I'm Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver the number 35, stand up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biaggi from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Budweiser 125 of the of the Core Vintage Cup Series. Tonight, we are going to have a fun race at Dover. That is right, Dover. This is one of those tracks that a lot of drivers dread. High banking turns, very tight straights. It's all the fun things put into one basket. For everyone out there, Dover is going to be a lot of fun. These 87 cars are a little bit of a little bit of a tough handle for these for this track, as you can see in the back corner when this guy's spinning around. But what to look out for? So in turn 1 and turn 2, you're actually going to have a pretty decent entrance for these guys. These guys are going to be able to handle it pretty well. Let's see if we can lock onto one of them as they roll through. So Carl Handwerk is going through turn 1, turn 2 right now. As you can see, nice entrance. Don't have to lift too much. You can actually, maintain quite a bit of power going through there. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. On that exit, it's a little tough, but when you enter into turn 3, you need a lift. There's a little bump there, or at least it feels like. Your back end wants to kick out on you, and then on the exit of turn 4, you're going to slap into that wall if you do not watch your speed. So I was seeing like 140, 150 on that exit. It's usually where it seems to be pretty safe, but it can get a little rough out there. So we'll see how Dover plays out. I think these guys will do a good job trying to keep it clean. But it is Dover, and we are on the 87, so no aero, all suspension, and a lot of fun out there. All right, out on the track is Joshua Billiter, running his first lap. Let's go ahead and ride along with him. Now, a time that we're looking for a hot lap is going to be a 1:14, I believe, is what we should be seeing. Or wait, no. He just threw it down a 37. Oh, no, we should be seeing 24. It should be a 24-second lap, I believe. Throwing down a 25.322. Let's see if we can go a little faster on this next one. Something to note about Dover. Dover is a rough track on the tires. It's actually a groove track. It's an asphalt track that has been grooved. So what happens is those grooves tear apart tires. It helps with traction, but you're going to see some major tire wear. A lot of these guys were saying that by lap 10, they were seeing almost a 20 to 30% fall off for their tires or more, depending on how hard they were driving, if they were braking in the corner. And it can be a little dangerous. All right, look at that. Joshua Billiter with a 25.125. Nice hot lap there. Sitting in second place, Wes Fuller with a 24.780, and then Matt Crockett with a 25.715. Still waiting on a couple other drivers out there. Let's jump over to Nick Nickerson as he's completing his laps. Here we go. Looks like Nick Dickerson not happy with that lap. Let's see what he can do. As you can see, these guys get really close to that wall. We're talking about maybe a foot or two, dropping down into turn 3 and 4. Back end, keeping it nice and clean. Nope, decides to drop it down into the pits and is going for another restart. Kevin Foster sitting in the pit lane right now. Kevin is one of those guys that he's going to sit there and wait for times to tick off until he is ready to drop his cards. So, like a true Texas or Texan, he likes to play poker. He's definitely waiting it out. He's one of those guys that if you had a bet on anyone, I'd bet on Kevin, especially for most runs. He's pretty cool, calculated, and definitely one of those guys you got to keep an eye on. So it looks like he's going to go ahead and sit in the pits for a little bit and wait for these guys to roll out. We'll jump over to Bennett Allen, the number 24, slapping up against that wall. Looks like he just finished his fastest time. Nope, he's going for a reset too. Looks like he wasn't happy with what happened out there. So some of the drivers were still waiting for qualifying times. Is going to be the number 24. Sorry, it's going to be the number 32 of Terry Condas, Dalton Drummonds, Carl Handwerk, Dylan McDonald, and Bill Harkins, and it looks like Andrew Gunther and also Alan Castle not throwing down times yet. But looks like we have Alan Dobbs in first, Eric Andrews in second, Wes Fuller in third, Joshua Billiter in fourth, David Lohr in fifth, Matt Crockett in sixth, and Willie Evernham in seventh. Still waiting on some times to get dropped, so we'll have to see what happens. But it looks like Andrew Gunther out there running some fast laps. All right, looks like he is pacing it out. All right, a little uneventful, but that's fine. Let's talk a little bit about our broadcast sponsors for tonight. So we have we have Critical Hit Bass and also Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems for our broadcast sponsors. And also thank you to some of the drivers out there that actually put up money for the Vintage Cup. That's going to be Dick Dickerson, I believe also Willie Evernham, and Carl. Once again, shout out to those guys. All right, looks like everyone else is pretty much just hanging out in the pits. Let's go ahead and bring in a driver that has already finished their qualifying time and talk to him a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 3 himself is in the booth tonight. That's Josh Billiter. Josh, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I am doing great. Dover is one of those tracks where it's going to be a rough ride, but it's going to be an enjoyable one.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna have to watch our tire wear all the way through the runs there.
And looking at how long you guys are going to have to go, it's going to be a nice long race in the sense of laps, but we're looking, I think it was like 25 laps max on those tires before you're really going to be sending it into the wall.
Oh yeah, the longest I ran in practice was I think 21 laps, and I mean the tires are just gone.
Yeah, so depending on cautions coming out, we're going to see probably like 5 or 6 pit stops.
Oh yeah, more so for tires than fuel, but I think it's going to be all 4 tire stops tonight.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Usually we see people be able to take half or not really have to take tires and drive it out or take 1 pit stop. Having to see these guys take multiple pit stops is going to be a lot of fun out there. And hopefully it'll work out in your favor, man.
Hopefully. I'm still looking for that first win. Led laps, 4 races in a row, but still looking for the victory.
Dude, if you can come on top on Dover, that right there is a huge victory in itself. I personally, for me, I'd be happy if I just made it out alive. Dover's a tough track, but
Go
ahead.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an endurance race. I mean,
an endurance race of major proportions.
Yeah. Who can save their tires the best?
It's true. Who can save your tires and who can save the body of the car, dude? Because you're going to see these guys trying to extend their run, and they're going to slap into that wall.
Yep.
These
The
87,
monster will reach out and grab you.
yeah, and these 87 cars, they're durable, but they're not that durable. Not when you slap into the wall at 140.
No, and there's like I don't know what it is, but these things are just wall grabbers. If you barely scrape the wall, it just grabs a hold of you and won't let go.
Oh yeah, and most likely it'll spin you too. Those things will just rotate you around. And then another thing to watch out is Dover is a tight track, so you get one guy spinning, he's most likely going to scoop up 4 or 5 drivers there. So you got to be careful out there for any accidents that happen out on the track.
Oh yeah, and these things, I mean, they don't have the best brakes. So I mean, if there is a wreck in front of you, go high and hope you miss it.
Yeah, cross your fingers, right? With that being said, man, I hope you have a good race out there. We're a minute to go. I'll let you get back into your, into your game face and go take these guys on. But good luck out there and drive safe, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
You got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying is almost up. Looks like we are 50 seconds away. Still people that have not qualified: Terry Condas, Nick Nickerson, and Bill Harkins. Let's jump over to Terry Condas and see what he's doing out there. Looks like he's driving on 3 tires. That is how steep some of the banking is out there. All right, 9 seconds to go. All right, so qualifying: Alan Dobbs, Carl Handwerk, Bennett Allen, and Dalton Drummond are our top 4. Behind them, Dylan McDonald, Eric Andrews, Kevin Foster, Wes Fuller, Josh Billiter, and it just reset on me. So that is going to be the field for our top 9 guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the number 22, Alan Dobbs in that Miller American paint scheme. Joshua Billiter running in the number 3 Good Wrench. Kevin Foster in the number 8 TechNet Professional. David Lohr in the number 17 Tide. The number 35 of Wes Fuller. Dylan McDonald running the number 38 Hoosier. Nick Nickerson in the Miller Genuine Draft number 85. Bill Harkins in... I am going to have a hard time pronouncing that. That is the... I think Bill did this on purpose. It's the perolator. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, man. The perolator filters, number 11. Looks like he's got to change some of the paint scheme. I like the paint scheme, though. The color shift with the checkered flag. That's pretty awesome. Andrew Gunther running in the number 59. Eric Andrews in that sweet number 9 Vision paint scheme by Joker Graphics. And it looks like Alan Castle running the Skull Bandit number 93. Once again, Terry Condas in the number 32 Citigo. Bennett Allen running in the number 24 Joker Graphics and Good Wrench. Carl Handwerk running in the number 18 Core Racing paint scheme. Matt Crockett in the number 10 Alpine Star and Liquid Death on the front. Willie Evernham in the number 19 Bush. And Dalton Drummond's in the National Guard number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dover, and we are going to see some good racing tonight. Should be 125 laps. Like I said, again, we're going to see a lot of pits. Their tires are going to fall off. Hopefully they can keep it on the track and keep it clean. Definitely a 1-lane track. You can run the inside, but it is going to burn your tires like no other. So these guys are going to have to be careful about how they're going to drive the track, when they're going to need to make passes, and also managing themselves in the front. If you're driving too hard, you're going to, not keep it towards the end. And if you're driving too soft, you're just not really going to do much out there. And we have the green flag. Alan Dobbs on the inside, Carl Handwerk on the outside. Alan dropping up or moving up in front of him. And there we go. Bennett Allen, Carl Handwerk going side by side. Looks like Dalton and Dylan also side by side. And a little bit of slap into the wall there by Carl Handwerk. And once again, out of turn 2, Alan Dobbs in front, Bennett Allen right behind him, Carl Handwerk, followed up by the number 38 of Dylan McDonald. And out of turn 4, Bennett Allen not letting up on Alan Dobbs there. Beautiful run by those drivers. Let's go ahead and jump over to him as the 38 of Dylan McDonald tries to get around Carl Handwerk, but Carl pulls up in front of him. Bennett Allen looking to the inside. You got to be careful of that apron too. These 87 cars will de-wedge pretty fast on you. They are manageable if you do dive down into the apron or unhook yourself. You can straighten yourself out and get back on track. But with such a large line behind you, I would be very, very weary of that. All right, looks like the number 4 trying to get around Dylan McDonald there. That's going to be Dalton Drummonds with a nice pass. Can he move up to the outside? There we go. Dylan giving him some space. But Dalton, he's got speed behind him. Looks like he's trying to reel in Carl Handwerk right now. Ooh, Dalton Drummond's getting into the side of the wall there, dropping behind Carl Handwerk. Looks like he thought he could keep the speed through, but as we look into the mid-pack of the field, Kevin Foster and Nick Nickerson moving up around Dylan McDonald. Kevin Foster looking to the inside. Can he make a pass? He dives down deep. Nick Nickerson going to go ahead and follow in behind him. And nice clearance by Kevin Foster as he gets around Dylan McDonald and Nick Nickerson rolling in behind him, also looking for that opening. And it looks like 3's the magic number. Oh, Eric Andrews also possibly looking for that inside run, but backing off on that. Ooh, looks like Bennett Allen dropping down low. Looks like he had an accident. Oh, Carl Handwerk slaps the wall. A little too hot off that corner. That is going to give Kevin Foster a good run to try and pass Carl Handwerk right now. Nick Nickerson not letting Kevin Foster get away from him. He's on the inside, goes for the pass. Nice clean entrance. Kevin lifts a little bit, tries to reconnect on the inside. Nice move by both drivers. Good recovery there by Kevin Foster and solid move by Nick Nickerson. A little bit of contact on the wall into turn 3. As we come onto the exit of turn 2. Alan Dobbs up front, followed by Dalton Drummonds and Carl Handwerk. Looks like Nick Nickerson made a pass around Kevin Foster, moving up into 4th position. Carl Handwerk trying to run down Dalton Drummonds right now. Still trying to run down Dalton Drummond's, but no go on this one. Carl's closing in on the gap and then ends up usually slapping the wall on the exit. Looks like he's doing a little bit now, but hopefully he's able to not carry too much speed through on this corner and avoid that wall this time. But in the back, looks like Dylan McDonald looking for a pass around Wes Fuller, and same thing with Willie Evernham, also looking to get around Dylan McDonald there. Sees a little bit of an opening, but he's going to go ahead and hold back just a tad bit. Carl Handwerk looking to the inside of Dylan McDonald. Or sorry, Dalton Drummond's. Sorry about that, guys. And there we go. Dalton Drummond staying up wide. Nick Nickerson seeing that opening. He's going to go ahead and drop in behind Carl Handwerk. That is what you want to do. If someone's leaving that space, you got to kind of capitalize on it just a tad bit. And the caution is out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get over to a quick Critical Hit Bass Lures Caution Report. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have found the situation. The number 19 of Willie Evernham comes out of turn 4 and just has too much speed behind him, catches the wall and spins himself around. Luckily, he did not scoop up anyone else, but he is definitely going to need to hit the pits and get something repaired. Ooh, good call on there. Andrew hitting those brakes. Whew, close one. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a Critical Hit Bass Lures Caution Report. Looky, looky, the whole field has decided to hit the pits. Like we said, 20 laps is going to be really pushing it for a lot of these guys out here. Josh was saying about 15. He's about right. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a second and play a quick ad from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. All right, looks like that ad froze up. Give me one more second. I'm going to try and run it. Ah, super fast. There we go. See? We're done. Quick ad. All my ads are quick. Just kidding. Looks like I need to replace a hard drive there. But with that being said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, up in front, we have Willie Evernham in the number 19, Bill Harkins in the number 11 behind him, Alan Dobbs in the number 22, sitting in third. Oh, no. Scratch that. That's Dave Lohr. My ticker didn't update yet. But it looks like Bill Harkins, Willie Evernham, and Dave Lohr stepping in. Alan Dobbs moving up to the front, followed up by Carl Handwerk, and I believe Kevin Foster and Eric Andrews, 9 and 8. If only we had a 7 out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for this restart, we're going to be riding along with Nick Nickerson in the number 85, Miller Genuine Draft. Now, Nick Nickerson is sitting in 6th place currently. And honestly, it's a really good position to be in. He's not too far to the front where he's got to worry about playing some defense, but he's kind of in the sweet spot of really having to make some moves and being able to secure a nice position out there. it's tough. You want to be up in front, but being up in front means you're going to burn your tires a little bit more because you're going to have to play some defense against these guys. But kind of riding it out. Remember, it's 125 laps. These guys need to ride it out a little bit, get used to the tire wear, make sure they make some notes, and then get back out on the track the last 20 laps and really go for it. Hell, it's probably going to be the last 10 laps just because 20 laps, you're already probably too falling off. Well, lights are off. We are 1 to green. Getting ready for the restart. We're going to be going single file. Any cars that are lapped down will be going on the left-hand side, starting on the inside of the lead driver. But it looks like everyone is on. Oh, nope, take that back. Terry Condas, what happened? Terry Condas, the number 32, is a lap behind. Looks like he's still in the pits, though. So he will not be out on the restart. But that's a bummer. Hopefully we can get him back out there. And we are green, green, green once again with 105 laps to go at Dover. Nick Nickerson with a good start out there. As he tries to reel in Dalton Drummond's, Alan Dobbs up in front with Carl Handwerk chasing in behind him. Kevin Foster riding in third place with Eric Andrews also right behind him. Eric Andrews sending it in just a little bit. Getting on the inside of Kevin Foster. Is he going to be able to complete that pass? Nope. No passing there, but Dalton Drummond's pushing the issue with Eric Andrews. Eric's looks like, oh, he almost locked up his tires there. Saw that for a split second. Looks like I stayed up high. Dalton kept him up there. And, oh, we have an accident out on the track. Uh-oh. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get over to that critical hit Bachelor's caution report. That did not look good. I'm going to get that from a first-person view. Because that looks deadly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Up in front, we're riding along with Nick Nickerson. Like I said before, first-person view, we can see Carl Handwerk going side by side with Alan Dobbs. Slaps into Alan Dobbs. Oh, man, and scoops up the field. Let's get over to one more angle. I want to see what it looks like with Carl Handwerk's angle, or was zoomed in on Carl Handwerk. All right, Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs side by side, coming into the exit. What happens? Nope, Carl just slides up into him. He gets tight, and like a little ballet there, they spun exactly the same. Oof. Kevin Foster caught up in that, tumbling around there. And it looks like Willie giving Carl a quick check, saying, "Hey man, you're representing the 18 before 19. You can't be doing that out there." All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit Bachelor's caution report. And we are now back live. All right, so 2 accidents already. Up in front right now is Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, Dylan McDonald, and Joshua Biller riding that top 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 is going to be Andrew Gunther, Bill Harkins, David Lohr, Matt Crockett, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alan Dobbs, Wes Fuller, Bennett Allen, and Dalton Drummonds. And it looks like to round out the last 4 drivers, it's going to be Willie Evernham, Carl Handwerk, Kevin Foster, and Terry Condas. Oof, what is going on? Well, we know. They had an accident. It happens. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with us right now is the number 38, Dylan McDonald.
How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. Hey, so how's the track treating you tonight?
It's a little loose. Just trying to take my time, not get into anybody, move out of everybody's way that's quicker than me.
Mm-hmm. Now, that first pit, how much a difference is it between running on 19 lap old tires and a fresh set?
It's a lot different. I mean, you can tell a lot. I mean, coming to the end of that first green flag run, I was pushing up towards the wall a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But once I pit and got fresh four fresh stickies, I could hold the bottom and keep up with everybody in front of me.
Okay. Well, man, it looks like you're doing pretty good out there right now. You're sitting in P5, which is a good place to be. Looking at these, looks like we still have 100 laps to go. You just, main plan is kind of just ride it out and stay alive.
Yeah, until obviously crunch time, see what position I can get. But right now, I'm just holding out, see what I can get, and keep my car in one piece.
Smart move, smart move. Well, man, good luck out there, and hopefully you're able to get up into the podium.
All right, thank you.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dylan McDonald running in the number 38. Looks like a pace car should be going 1 to green. So let's get ready to see a checker flag drop. Or sorry, a green flag drop. There we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are 1 to green. Ladies and gentlemen, the pace car has dropped off. That can only mean one thing. The green flag drops. Nick Nickerson gets up in front. Looks like Terry Connis and Kevin Foster are dropping back just a tad bit to let Eric Andrews and Dylan McDonald by. Nick Nickerson with a hell of a run off the break. Look at him go, but let's look at this. Looks like we have a quick little battle between Eric Andrews and Dylan McDonald. Look at that. A little bit of contact between Bennett Allen and Alan Dobbs. These drivers fighting for 6th and 7th place right now. Alan Dobbs was leading the pack, has had some of the fastest qualifying times, so right now he just got, he just has to stay around these guys. Looks like Joshua Builder having a little bit of trouble there, blinking about. Hopefully his internet gets back. And look at that. Bennett Allen and Alan Dobbs still going at it as we get to the Fast Pass camera. We're definitely have to stay glued to these guys. Alan Dobbs taking the inside on Bennett Allen as Bennett tried to get around him on the outside. Bennett Allen slapping the wall. Oh, saves it. That is always a scary situation. And it looks like he made it out clean. Good job on Bennett Allen keeping it clean. Saving it from that wall. That wall comes up real fast and is not forgiving at all. Nick Nickerson up in front. Looks like Kevin Foster trying to get some space or some laps back. Kevin Foster side by side with Dylan McDonald. Nice clean pass with Kevin Foster getting around Dylan McDonald and Eric Andrews, trying to recover some laps out in the track. This 87 series is not like any other series where you get waiver rounds. That is not going to happen. You get a lap behind, you have to race your lap back. That is very difficult for a lot of these drivers, especially when you go 2 or 3 laps back. You're going to have a hard time getting past first place. And only really way to do that is honestly, if someone stays in the pits, you got to stay out of the pits just to stay ahead of them on the lap count or to catch up to them. Ladies and gentlemen, we rode along the number 38 of Dylan McDonald, and look at that, the number 35 looking to pass on the inside. As they race out of turn 4, they're getting ready to enter turn 1. Wes Fuller carrying his speed through, pushes up just a tad bit. That's going to open a door for Dylan McDonald right now. Yep, there we go. He's going to be able to carry as much speed through. Stays to the inside. Wes Fuller, sliding up, just getting a little tight there. Having to let off the gas or hit the brakes just to get her back under control. And, the caution is out at lap 41. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hit a quick critical hit pass Lures caution. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Willie Evernham coming out of turn 2 into turn 3. Slaps the wall on accident, drives him down low, and he is out of here. Man, that's such a bummer. That's one of those things where you're driving the line and you're pretty much straight, and then you just come up just a tad bit, and that wall, it's magnetic or something because it pulls you in. You slap it, and then you go spinning. It's not a fun time. But it looks like Willie is able to make it into the pits, so that is good. Up in front, leading the pack is Nick Nickerson still. Alan Dobbs behind him and Eric Andrews, Dylan McDonald, Bill Harkins, Wes Fuller, Bennett Allen, David Lohr, Andrew Gunther, and many, many more. There we go. Now we are back live. Looks like Bill Harkins and a couple of other drivers are hitting the pits, but as they do that, some other drivers are going ahead and staying out. Let's go ahead and pull in another driver into the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 32 of Terry Khan is out on the track right now. We have him on the radio. Terry, how's that track treating you?
Oh, rough.
Yeah, you could call that. I know you're.
Way to say it.
I know you're 2 laps behind, but I think you've been driving pretty well out there, and hopefully maybe some of the pit stops will kind of change it into your favor.
It's very difficult with these cars because of the way the pits play out. There
I
is
know.
no wave arounds and everything else, so
You gotta drive hard.
Basically, yeah, you got to sit in your position. The reason why I'm down is I ended up nailing somebody, and what the hell happened?
Oh, do I
There
need
was
to punch
something that
back?
happened. I don't need to go back. I'm good with it. I forget exactly what happened, but I screwed myself.
Did you
is what ended up
hit the pits
happening.
before the caution came out?
No, I had to use my fast repair,
Uh-huh.
and I blew up. Oh, that's what happened. I came out of pit stall. That's exactly what happened. Sorry, guys. I came out of pits, and I just got my shifter back up and working. And instead of going to 4th, I went to 2nd, locked them up, blew the motor, and it was not forgiving.
Oh no!
So I had a tow, which put me down. That's why I'm at where I'm at. Also, I didn't get any practice in. I came in for qualifying. I started to do a qualify lap, but I did not want to be in the field. I wanted to be at the back, so I parked it. So this is the start of this race. Is my first run on this track with this car.
Wow. Well, you're looking pretty decent out there. Your lines are good, but that's definitely a rough one. It looks like you guys actually got a wave around there. What was that?
Carl, I guess, handed them around for us because we stayed out,
Oh,
which
look at
is
that.
the wave around for us all. So,
All right.
just for staying out, we didn't pit, so I guess they were handing out wave arounds.
Well, that was very nice of them to do that.
I do appreciate it very much so.
Well, man.
Even though I hit Kevin under caution, which is, I'm sorry, apologetic for that one.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. That's, you just can't.
I popped open a beer and the thing like spilt on my desk. I had to call and yell at the old lady. You guys couldn't hear any of that because I was in a different room.
Well, I think you should apologize to Kevin's mom, and then we can call it even.
Sorry, Kevin's mom. if I had a name for that, it
Hey, you just pulled a one-handed wonder. That's all. It happens.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. I was opening a beer with one hand. I spilled it all over my desk. I had yelled at the old lady to come in here with a towel. You have no clue what's been going on.
I forgot. Do you drive with triples, or do you have a VR headset on?
I got a VR headset
Oh
on.
my gosh, that's
why-
even worse. You just see someone with beer all over with goggles on, like he's scuba diving.
Oh, it's crazy,
Help.
dude.
Well, man, welcome to the future. If you don't get us started by that, you're okay.
That's the whole thing with the shifting too now, is because now that I got it back working,
Yeah.
I've been missing shifts like crazy.
Yeah, because you can't see it.
And it obviously caused me to blow a motor already once.
Yeah.
So I'm I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I'm catfooting it right now.
I don't know what that means, but good luck to you, man. It looks like we are getting ready to go green.
It means pussyfooting.
Oh, yeah, you can't say that.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was catfooting.
Yeah,
it.
now, thank you. You ruined it. But we're going green. Good luck, man.
Thank you. Bye.
That was Terry Condos. I appreciate him. He's a funny guy. And we are back green up in front. Look at that. Nick Nickerson with a good shot out, but Alan Dobbs not letting him get out of the way. Look at this. Trying to run him down on the inside, right behind him. Ooh, tires kicking out just a tad bit as they go onto the exit of turn 2 into turn 3. As you're going to see a little bit of bump here. It's kind of weird. It's almost like dropping into like a vert ramp in a way. Like you feel it like pop and then drop in. Back end kicks out just a tad bit, but a lot of fun. And once again, right here into turn 1, does the same thing, just drops in there. As these drivers come whizzing by, looks like we're having a little bit of a shootout between, I think that was Carl Handwerk and another driver out there. Let's go ahead and jump over to that. Nope, that's Joshua Billiter, and looks like Dylan McDonald. Bill Harkins possibly looking to pass him right now. Eric Andrews going to the inside of Andrew Gunther there. What a nice slide. Also trying to overtake Terry Condas. Right behind him, Dylan McDonald. And the caution is out. Ooh, Dylan McDonald having to worry about Terry Condas coming down a little low on him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump over to a quick caution report and find out what happened. Looks like I cannot find the accident that happened down the track. Still trying to find it, but no sign of it happening. All right, I guess we're just going to have to scrub that one. I apologize for that, folks, but that was a critical hit bass lures caution report that we could not find. Sometimes these guys get a little tough. All right, on the track, Kevin Foster, Dalton Drummond, Eric Andrews, and Terry Condas right now. All right, lights are on. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Nick Nickerson, Willie Evernham, and Joker Graphics. Also, for our broadcast sponsors, that's going to be Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Our drivers out in the field right now, Eric Andrews, Andrew Gunther, David Lohr, and Nick Nickerson in our top 4. Followed up by Wes Fuller, Dylan McDonald, Bill Harkins, and Bennett Allen. And then Matt Crockett, Kevin Foster, Terry Connas, Dalton Drummonds, and Joshua Bilder. Looks like we've already had 3 drivers drop out. Willie Evernham and Carl Handwerk and Alan Castle. Looks like they probably all got incident points there that removed them from the session. So these drivers aren't allowed to get more than 20 incident points, I believe, on the track. So contact with the wall or with another driver is like a 1x, and then so on and so forth. Bigger accidents give you with a bigger incident count. So once you get to up to 20, you are automatically removed from the race for being a little too dangerous. All right, looks like the lights are still carrying through. All right, so far we've seen a pretty good race. Eric Andrews making some good passes out there, but Nick Nickerson and Alan Dobbs have been dominating this track in the sense of speed. If someone could hold up Nick Nickerson, we might see a pretty good race break out between those guys battling, but I don't know if that can happen. I really don't. All right, so it looks like starting on the inside is going to be our lap down drivers. That's going to be Terry Condas, Joshua Bilder, and Dalton Drummonds. On the outside are our lead lap drivers. That's going to be Eric Andrews, Andrew Gunther. It looks like David Lohr right behind him, and Nick Nickerson riding in fourth. And ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at that halfway mark. We are 55 laps there, or 55 laps done. We're going to be getting to 75 is going to be our halfway, so buckle up. We are right around the corner. And these guys are doing some fast laps. We're talking about 25-second laps on the slow, so definitely something to look out for. And I've seen them push a little bit faster than some of their 24s out there, so they do have a little more out of them, but those are hot laps. Repeating myself, those are hot lap runs, and so we need to, they can't really push those because they're going to get a lot of fall off. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Andrews punches it. Green flag is going to drop. There we go. Andrew Gunther, but look at that. Nick Nickerson trying to get around these guys. We're going to go 3 wide. Dave Lohr slides up top. Can Nick Nickerson thread the needle between Andrew Gunther and Alan Dobbs there? Whoa, that was a close call by both those drivers. Nick Nickerson dropping in behind, and it looks like everyone's still fighting for position, trying to get around. It is definitely a tough race. Contact between Nick Nickerson and Alan Dobbs gives him a little push, but he is okay. Wes Fuller on the outside looking for that run, but has just a tad bit. Terry Condas a little too high for my comfort. He might be slapping into that wall. Oh, misses it by a hair on that exit. As this pack pulls through turn 1 into turn 2, we get ready for the fast pass camera. See these guys go whizzing by. All right, Alan Dobbs still up in front of these guys. Eric Andrews a pretty good distance away. Nick Nickerson not letting Alan Dobbs run away, but a battle between Dylan McDonald and Wes Fuller right now behind him. Dylan McDonald riding on the inside, Wes Fuller on the outside. We might see a little bit of a crossover from Wes Fuller if he can send it in a little bit deeper than that. Eric Andrews being pushed up to the outside. Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs getting around him. Nick Nickerson getting into the side of the wall. Nick Nickerson running the Miller genuine draft, trying to run down first place right now. A Miller driver versus Miller driver right now. And they are not letting up at all on each other. All right, lap 64. We are getting ready for, well, we technically are 11 laps away from the halfway point of this race. These guys have been out there for close to 10, 15 laps. I lost a little bit of count there, but we should be seeing a pit soon by a lot of these drivers. If not, they're going to be sliding out too far into that wall, just like those two guys behind them of Nick Nickerson and Bennett Allen. And there we go. Still, Dylan McDonald trying to run down Eric Andrews. Not much he can do to him. Let's go ahead and back out just a tad bit and take a look at the field itself. Alan Dobbs slapping into the wall, but a battle that's been going on for quite a while. Bennett Allen and Wes Fuller right now. As they swing around out of turn one into turn two, Alan Dobbs followed up by Nick Nickerson. Closing the gap. Nick Nickerson probably setting himself up for a pass soon. Looks like a little slap there by Dylan McDonald and Eric Andrews. Three laps away from the halfway point. Alan Dobbs just out of reach of Nick Nickerson right now. That is a tough one for Nick. And then it looks like Dylan McDonald and Eric Andrews are now separated far enough where Dylan does not need to worry about Eric trying to run him down. Riding along with Bennett Allen. It sounds like he actually has a flat. Uh-oh. Looks like Matt Crockett getting a little sideways there. Yeah, I want to say that Bennett Allen is running on a flat right now. He needs to hit those pits. Sorry about that. Eric Andrews running down Dylan McDonald as they go into turn 3 and 4. Everyone else kind of stretched out. Definitely looking for something to repack them up, but I don't think there's anything out there as Alan Dobbs is running away from Nick Nickerson. He's still under a second, but Nick, I don't know if he's got the speed right now to catch up to him, nor the tires. As you can see, he is falling off quite a bit, almost 0.1 each lap. Definitely a tire issue, I think. I think Nick Nickerson is looking to get into the pits probably soon, but not any sooner than Alan Dobbs, and probably not alone. Contact with the wall on entrance into turn 1. And it sounds like, honestly, the RPMs have shot down quite a bit. These guys are taking these corners a lot more careful. these drivers are taking these cars around the corner a little more careful than they're used to, just to worry about, slapping up against the wall right now. Now that their tires are pretty worn, they're going to get a little tight on those entrances, and it is not going to be beneficial for them out on the track. Nick Nickerson hitting the pits first. Lap 82. We are almost there. Dylan McDonald looks like he's got a fresh set of tires on him. He is going for it as he's trying to run down Kevin Foster. All right, back to the front. Alan Dobbs dropping into the pits. Eric Andrews is out, but look at this. Nick Nickerson running down the field right now. Passing Eric Andrews, entering into turn 1 and 2. Checking for that exit. Nice clean exit there, carrying the speed through. He has got to try and get a lap down on Alan Dobbs and also whoever else was racing with him. He wants to put that gap down, and it's going to be tough now that they have no cautions. He can't beat him on the restart. He needs to kind of just lap him on this track and throw down as much of a distance as possible. Eric Andrews now hitting the pits. Bill Harkins on the track. Nick Nickerson trying to catch up to him. Bill Harkins running a similar lap to Nick Nickerson for his... oh, no, take that back. He's running a second slower than Nick Nickerson for his general average, which means Nick Nickerson should be reeling him in anytime soon now. He is 12 seconds behind, so it's going to be a little bit longer than we expect, but it's going to be good for him. Oh, and we have contact. Looks like Bill Harkins and Dylan McDonald. Uh-oh. Sounds like a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. I wonder what happened. That looked bad. Oh, man, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on the number 11, Bill Harkins, as he enters into turn 4 and does not drag the brake enough, slides up, taps the wall, and then comes back down and catches Dylan McDonald. Man, that's a bummer. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. Man, that was a rough run. Just catching him there. It looks like Dylan McDonald's back out on the track, looking good. And folks, we are 35 laps away from the checkered flag. That has not been too long. These laps have been flying by. These guys are doing, once again, 24 to 25 second laps out at Dover, and their tires are falling off like they never were on before. They're held on with some Elmer's glue. Maybe even a glue stick. These things are just dropping off for them. So looks like they're having a good run out there, and they're keeping it up, but definitely not an easy race. Up in front, though, we're going to have, looks like he dropped back, so that's going to give it to Eric Andrews. Let's go ahead and wait for these guys to cross the line. Should be Eric Andrews up in front. We'll have to see what happens on the pit exit, if it changes anything. Yeah, Paul, I honestly couldn't agree more with you on that one. I'd love to see Eric Andrews pull away with the win on tonight's race. He's been pretty solid out there, but he's having to contend with Alan Dobbs and Nick Nickerson, Kevin Foster. Those guys are on lead laps right now. Or Nick Nickerson's down a lap, but Alan Dobbs and Kevin Foster are on the lead lap. So he's got quite a bit he's got to fight with. All right, 34 laps to go. This is going to be pretty fast. Ladies and gentlemen, the pace car is off. Green flag's out. Andrew Gunther with a quick pedal to the metal on that one. Look at him go. Eric Andrews and Bennett Allen having to catch up to him. Dylan McDonald getting back on the lap. Dylan McDonald slapping the wall, keeping it down low. That was a very fast run and a little testy for him. I wonder what's going through his head. Andrew Gunther staying up high. Eric Andrews able to sneak through on the inside. Behind him, Bennett Allen and Alan Dobbs. Ben Allen getting behind Eric Andrews. Alan Dobbs right behind him. Also, oh, so close for a bump there. Spot on by Alan Dobbs. Lifting, not giving Bennett Allen a push around that corner. That was a very, very close situation. Alan Dobbs getting around Bennett Allen on the inside. Looks like Bennett just lifted just a tad bit to let him in. Nick Nickerson trying to run these guys down. Now Alan Dobbs has his sights on Eric Andrews. I have seen Eric Andrews play some defense before, and hopefully the San Francisco 49ers can help him out with this. Alan Dobbs pushing the issue on the outside. No dice there. He's going to go ahead and drop back to the inside. Can he get a run on him on this exit? Side by side into turn 3. Alan Dobbs and Nick Nickerson find the opening, get around Eric Andrews. Hopefully Eric can have a rebuttal for them, but it's going to be a tight one for both those drivers. Nick looking to draft just a tad bit off of Alan Dobbs, push himself behind him. Once again, remember, folks, Nick Nickerson is actually a lap down. He's got to get around Alan Dobbs and complete another full lap before he can race the whole field, and that is going to be real tough as he's going to make his pass right about now. Clean pass by Nick Nickerson getting around Alan Dobbs, but I don't think Alan's going to let him go. All right, Nick Nickerson trying to get a lap back. Alan Dobbs up in front, followed up by second place is going to be Eric Andrews, and then Bennett Allen following those guys up. Looks like Wes Fuller and Dalton Drummond's trying to get some laps back. Same thing with Terry Conda's out there on the track. Honestly, Paul, I don't think a caution is really going to make much of a difference out here tonight. You got to remember, these guys aren't allowed to really do much under caution other than hold their same, position. They're not allowed to gain laps back unless given wave around. So it's going to be a little more difficult for these guys to really try and get themselves back out there without causing an issue. And there we have it. Andrew Gunther trying to race around Dalton Drummond's and Terry Conda's right now. Side by side on the exit of turn 4. Oh, slides up into him. Gives him a little bit of a love tap there. And Dalton Drummond's diving down deep into turn 1. Looks like he got held up on that corner. Andrew's going to follow in behind him. Is he going to see another opening? Dalton Drummond's touching the wall. Dalton getting into the back of Bennett Allen. Andrew stepping out. Oh, can't. No, he's got the opening. Come on, Andrew. Get around him. You can do it. On that exit of turn 2. Side by side into turn 3. Is Andrew Gunther going to be able to get around? Dalton Drummond's there as he pushes him up high. Oh, Dalton's trying to send it in, but Bennett Allen is in the way. That is going to open up the door for Andrew Gunther and Terry Condas to get around Dalton Drummond's as Bennett Allen slaps into that wall. All right, checking back up front, Alan Dobbs running away with it. Eric Andrews in tow behind him. All right, looks like Willie Evernham or Terry Condas and Dalton Drummond's fighting it out for position now, trying to get back to the get back into the race. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 22 laps to go. Now is the time, if these drivers have not already taken off the gloves, it's time to push the issue and try and make as many laps and as many positions as possible, because you're not going to have many opportunities out there. Dover is a tight track, and it's even harder to pass on. Oh no, the caution is out. Let's go ahead and go over to a quick caution report and find out what happened. going live with the scene, following Joshua Billiter right now as he comes out of turn 2, gets ready for turn 3, slides it up just too much, slides it back down after trying to correct, and oof, that has quite a bit of damage. Hopefully he's able to hit the pits and get back and get some repairs done. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit past Lures caution report. All right, caution is out. That's going to drop us off at 114. We are 11 laps away from the green flag drop. That is insane. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth with me right now is Wes Fuller in the number 35 stamp to Cancer. Wes, this has been a pretty rough race. The cautions aren't too bad, but this caution that just came out right now, 12 laps or 13 laps to go. That's insane.
Yeah, I was really hoping to run green the rest of the race. I feel like my tires weren't too far off, or too far as bad as what some of the guys were. So I was really hoping we would go green the rest of the way.
Well, I was too. It looked like it was turning into a great race. A little bit of, drivers stretched out, but still some really good racing between solo drivers out on the track.
Yeah, that kind of separates the men from the boys whenever the tires start to get wear out and everybody kind of gets stretched out or whatever. And man, that sucked.
It does, but hey, caution's out. It's going to give you another chance to get up there and reel these guys back in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here in third now. It shouldn't be too bad. I think I'm one of the faster guys. I think Gunther's pretty quick, and I'm telling you right now, watch out for Dalton because he is a wheelman. He is really fast, so watch out for him. He's really good.
Yeah, I've been seeing him move up the field pretty well, so we'll see how he does out there. Once again, good luck to you, man, and I hope you have a good race.
All right, thanks, buddy.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, the pace car should be dropping off next lap, so we should be 1 to green after we cut across. Yep, that is correct. So our lineup for this 1 to green 10-lap shootout, pretty much. Eric Andrews, Alan Dobbs, Wes Fuller, Kevin Foster, Andrew Gunther, and Nick Nickerson, and Bill Harkins, all on the lead lap and going to be challenging. Wow. We have 7 drivers that have been very fast out on the track, and they're all going to be challenging first place right now since we had a caution come out 10 laps to go. All right, looks like we just had a quick mix-up. Sorry about that. We are under green right now. Looks like we had a good restart by Eric Andrews. Alan Dobbs following in right behind him. Wes Fuller also keeping up with him. Wes Fuller sitting in 3rd place. Trying to keep it clean, but he needs to watch the outside wall as these guys slide up, carrying that speed through. Looks like Eric Andrews lost some speed on the entrance of that corner. And Wes Fuller going side by side with him. A little bit of contact. It's going to drive Eric Andrews up into the corner. But Nick Nickerson is going to see the opening down below and try and slide in next to Wes Fuller. His back end kicks out as they go down into the straight. Getting ready for 5 laps to go. This is a close one for a lot of those drivers. Looks like Alan Dobbs is checking out, but behind him, every single person is racing for 2nd and 3rd place right now. Kevin Foster getting a nose from Dalton Drummond's behind him. Nick Nickerson looking to try and pass around Wes Fuller. Five laps to go on his tail. And the caution is out. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we might be actually finishing under a comp caution tonight. Let's go ahead and jump over to a quick Critical Hit Bachelor's caution report and find out what happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the accident. It's going to be Terry Conda slapping the wall on the exit of turn 4 and spinning himself around on that finishing straight. That is a bummer. Once again, this was a Critical Hit Bachelor's caution report. And back to the live scene. I believe we're going to be finishing under caution. Last time we were 5 laps to go and we got a caution. It kind of carried through, but it might end sooner. We'll see what happens. Looks like he's raising the flag. We might have a 1-lap shootout. We might be finishing under caution. We'll have to see what happens. Man, that's a bummer. I really wanted to see if Nick was able to catch up to Wes Fuller and get around him, and then possibly Kevin Foster or Eric Andrews looking to make those passes. Anything could have happened. Now with this 1 lap to go, if it happens, it's going to be very, very tight for a lot of these guys. All right, just waiting to see what happens with this caution out in the track right now. Hopefully we'll get a quick one-lap shootout, but I have a feeling it's going to end under caution. So if it does, I apologize, folks. It happens, especially with these 87s. It's really tough for these guys to get laps back and also to get on the lead lap. Hopefully we'll be one to go after this lap around. Possibly one more. Anticipation's killing me. Two laps to go, please. I believe we're finishing under caution. Oh man, that's gonna be a bummer. It's gonna be one lap to go and then finishing and then boom. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is going to be it. We're going to go ahead and write it out just in case. Yep, we are finishing under caution tonight. Results for the race: Alan Dobbs up in front, Wes Fuller taking second, Nick Nickerson taking third, Eric Andrews in fourth, Kevin Foster in fifth, Andrew Gunther in sixth, Bill Harkins in seventh, Bennett Allen in eighth, Matt Crockett in ninth, David Lord in 10th, Dalton Drummond's in 11th, 12th going to Dylan McDonald, and Terry finishing 13th. Yep, definitely, Paul. It's going to be it. That's it for everyone. That's all she wrote. Once again, I'd like to thank our series sponsors, Joker Graphics, and Nick Nickerson. I believe Willie Evernham also put in money for this. And then also for our broadcast sponsors, Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. This was a fun race. It was a very, very tough race for a lot of these drivers. It was pretty hard to pass. You had to be you had to be very careful on the throttle and also on the braking points. That wall comes up real fast, and that straight is a tight straight for a lot of these cars. Even though we have some really high banks, it's really tight. So you make a mistake, you bounce off the wall, you're going to be in the lower wall and then up in the upper wall again, and then just ping-ponging around. So your car's going to take a lot more damage than you expect, and it's going to be a lot tougher to drive. Once again, congratulations to Alan Dobbs with the win. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, finishing Alan Dobbs, Wes Fuller, Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, Kevin Foster, Andrew Gunther, Bill Harkins, Bennett Allen, Matt Crockett, and Dave Lohr in our top 10 tonight. What a run. A lot of drivers celebrating out there tonight. let's go ahead and start bringing these guys into the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 85 of Nick Nickerson is in the booth tonight. Nick, you had I usually would say everyone had a pretty good run. I think everyone had a pretty rough run tonight. You fell back, a lap behind, had to race your way all the way up. A lot of other drivers had, a rough time too. It definitely was a difficult situation for these cars out in Dover tonight.
Yeah, man, I think there was a little iRacing bug, and I went into the pit, and then it sent me to the back of the line, even though it said on my screen that it was open. So I got a penalty there. That kept me a lap behind. And then, fortunately, I was able to make my way back up, and there was enough yellow for me to get back in the front.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys got waiver rounds too.
Yeah, well, I think we were talking that anybody who's in front of the leader is going to get the waiver rounds.
Uh-huh.
So, because for some reason, when the yellow flag comes out, the leader's not the first car behind the pace car. It's whoever's before the end of the exit of pit lane.
Right.
And then they get kind of stuck a lap down, which we don't think is fair. So anybody that's in front of the leader before the restart will get their laps back.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's how it should be. I mean, pace car's out there to be in front of the leader, not a car 2 laps down. So.
Yeah. Overall, definitely an entertaining race, but I would say a very tough race for a lot of the drivers out there. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was quite brutal. The tire fall off was dreadful. I mean, there was a point when Alan and I were racing. I decided to pit a little early, and I had 0% on the inside of my right front.
Oh man!
And I was like, "Ooh, I'm glad I came in."
Yeah.
So it was eating the tires up.
Yeah, I know Bennett Allen actually had a blowout out on the track.
I believe it.
Yeah, I jumped over to his camera and heard so he was running on rims out there. But it was really just a difficult track for a lot of those guys out there, and just brutal, and definitely a brutal track. It was a one for the books.
Right. Yeah.
But with that, go ahead.
With that, I just gotta congratulate Alan. He had a solid finish there. I wish I didn't go a lap down. I would have been up there to battle with him, but it's always next week. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have that caution 5 laps to go. I think you would have caught up to him, but definitely a good race, man. Way to hold in there and stay alive and work your way up. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
And just everybody that puts this league on. Tons of fun, and thanks for putting on the broadcast.
You got it, man. Thanks for racing out tonight, and way to stay alive. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow.
All right, man. Take care.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 35, Wes Fuller. Dude, just like I said to Nick, a lot of you guys had a really rough time tonight. I don't think you got into too many of the incidents, but definitely you were having to race pretty hard up and down the field just to, kind of find position.
Yeah, it was definitely rough for sure. I gotta say, I'm sorry to Eric Andrews. Whenever I went to pass him, somebody pointed out to me, maybe I wasn't used to the line that I was taking, or I took 2 past him, and whenever I went to dive below him, the car just took off straight, and I went into him. That was totally my fault, and I feel absolutely horrible about it. So I just gotta start off by saying I'm sorry to him. But yeah, that was a crazy race. You really had to be easy for 1, to save the tires, for 2, not to overdrive the car and hit the wall or spin out.
Yeah, Yeah, and there's so many opportunities where, like, you know, into the entrances for most of the corners, it's like dropping into a vert ramp. You feel the car jerk, and then that split second of you being in fourth gear, you have to lift before that because your back end's just going to slide out on you. A lot of little nuances on the track.
Well, it's crazy. Whenever you come up out of these corners, you can really hear the RPMs rev.
Yeah.
Because it's really lifting the car up and off the air.
Yeah.
Or up in the air. And that was nuts. This is a lot of fun, though, other than the whole Eric deal. I had a blast. It's funny because I came in this race kind of like I did in Martinsville. I'm like, this is going to suck.
And you finished well.
And I probably should at least finish third, if not second. I just wish I would have passed Eric a little bit cleaner.
It happens. Dover's a tough track, man.
I sure tried. I drove in there. I was right on Dobbs's, right in his line, and it just took off. I don't know. It sucks. I feel bad.
It happens. I'm pretty sure Eric would understand, but good job out there, man. Anyone you want to shout out?
Stand Up to Cancer. Obviously, go and donate today. Every little bit helps. Joker Graphics, Georgia Diecast. Who else is on my car? Titletown Bar and Grill. Dang, I can't remember all who's on my car. And then I just signed a deal with Bush. I can't run it in this series, but I signed. I want to thank them for coming on board too. Southern Heart Creations, and there's somebody else. So I'm sorry if I missed you.
It's a Wine and Dine, isn't it?
Backyard Wine and Vine.
Yep, Wine and Vine. There we go.
Yep, that's it.
I got you, man.
Thank you.
Well, man, I'm pretty sure they appreciate you being up in second place. You did a good job out there, and can't wait to see what we do next week.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 22, Alan Dobbs, in first place tonight. Alan, you had a hell of a run. You had a lot of people running after you. You drove up the field. Like, I honestly, I think a lot of the guys that are used to being up in front have driven up the field at least 2 to 3 times this race. It was pretty insane watching you guys, work your way up the field, trying to get around, especially on Dover. It was mean.
Very tough. You have to kind of be a bully, and I was trying my best not to be one. Trying to just get a good run out of the corner to pass people, but I think I kept it pretty clean.
Yeah.
I know there was a few incidents out there, but it could have been a lot worse.
I definitely agree. It could have been a lot worse. You guys kept it really clean. I didn't see any or too much shoving into the corner. Maybe a little bit of like someone dropping in and then their line pretty much tightening up on them and them having to drive up. That was probably what happened a lot. Is these guys, you enter the corner and your car tightens up on you because you're trying to carry that speed through and make that pass, and then you end up driving the guy into the wall. And
I saw it happen in my rear view there at the end. I know Wes felt really bad about that. It's probably going to eat on him the rest of the night.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do about it other than possibly lifting. But I'm pretty sure Eric or any other driver in that situation probably would have sent it into just to see if they could make it. You're going in for the podium, so you kind of have to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the time to make some aggressive moves, but I know that he didn't want to run someone up the track.
Yeah, no, I definitely know that. So it definitely was an accident, but it's the last lap. You got to go for it, or not the last lap, but coming into the last laps, you kind of got to go for it.
Yeah, it was close, and it felt like such a long race.
It really did.
For 25-second lap times.
It felt like a long race. But it was definitely a good race. You guys did a good job out there. You put on an entertaining show. I know it was a little rough, but definitely a good job, man. Anyone you want to shout out?
The admins, Carl, for letting me join in this. Enjoy it. And I've been on the podium now 2 weeks in a row. Hope to keep this momentum going. I got a lot of points to make up. I don't know if you've seen how far I am behind the point cutoff, but it's definitely not time to take the foot off the gas. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. And honestly, I know you came in a little later. I know, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a Season 2 of the Vintage Cup. I think a lot of these guys love these cars, so we're probably going to see them roll out. And
I hope so.
I really love them. So I hope they roll
great.
it back out, because between a lot of the NASCAR cars that iRacing puts up, you know, the Cup cars and the K&N cars and all that, I think the Vintage Cup cars are the vintage cars are the best. The way they drive, they're entertaining. Cup cars seem a little boring. Like, it's sad to say, they're kind of a little boring to me. They're so cookie cutter and so aero efficient that you don't get weird instances of the car like just slipping out in your back end.
You got to drive these.
Yeah.
They don't drive themselves at all. Like the Cup car can drive itself almost.
Yeah.
Not this thing.
Yeah, exactly. So these are really awesome and super entertaining, and you can see a lot of these guys really having to wheel the car. So I hope we bring a Season 2 in. We have such a long season with this one. I'm pretty sure we will. But with that being said, man, congratulations. You survived Dover.
Thank you. That's a win right there, just surviving. Everybody on the lead lap, congratulations.
Yeah, we need to give you guys a Purple Heart. That was a brutal race. Oh,
yeah,
man.
good job, everybody. Congratulations to Wesley and Nick for their podium. I'm going to say I'm a little disappointed that Nick and me wasn't able to battle at the end with, kind of got messed up. But at the same time,
it happens.
At the same time, I didn't have to battle Nick. So it worked out.
It's a love-hate relationship there.
But, every competitive driver has a love-hate relationship with all their competition, right? I mean,
exactly.
I like all these guys. I love racing with them every week, but when it comes down to it, man, we all want to win.
Yep.
Pass everyone. So
that's true. Well, man, good job out there. I hope you have a good night. Go celebrate, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow or next week.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be there for that. The roller derby tomorrow.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, tomorrow night we are doing the DXR Derby. The DXR Derby is going to be Pro 2 trucks playing roller derby. Hopefully we get enough drivers out there. I know a lot of the guys that were racing are actually racing in real life that day or are going to be gone, I think, this weekend, so they're coming in. So hopefully we get enough drivers. I'll make it work, but we were practicing it, and it was a lot of fun just slamming into each other. So
I bet.
I posted the rules in the DXR, so hopefully you guys can read over that, and they make sense. And then I'm going to put on probably a little longer practice before, so these guys have some time to practice and get used to it. But with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed the race, and everyone has a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And also, I forgot to mention this, Happy Labor Day to everyone out there. Hope those people that had the day off enjoyed it, and the people that didn't, thank you for working hard and keeping our towns and cities running. So with that, I'll let you guys leave and go to bed or enjoy your evening. Thanks again, Alan.
All right. Good night. Thank you.